Hello mga amazing, how are you today? And welcome to my vlog. So life has always ups and downs, but I believe every challenge is a chance to grow. So I'm here to share inspiration, motivation, and real stories to help us keep moving and succeed eventually. So in this video, I'm going to talk to you about finding hope through faith during difficult moments. So there have been moments in my life when I felt like I was standing in the middle of a storm, unsure of when it would end. Times when nothing seems to go right. Prayers felt unanswered, and the weight of my struggles felt too much to bear. Maybe you'd been there too, feeling lost, exhausted, or even questioning if things will even get better. But in those moments, I've learned something very powerful. So faith doesn't remove the storm, but it gives us the strength to endure it. When everything around us feels uncertain, faith is what keeps us standing. Faith is what leads us to hope, even in the darkest times. So here are my reflections about this topic. So first is remember that God is still in control. It's easy to trust God when life is going well, but true faith is believing even when things don't make sense. Isaiah 41:10 reminds us, "Do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand." So no matter what you're going through, God is holding you. He's not absent. He is working even when you don't see it. So second is hold on to His promise. So one thing that has helped me during difficult moments is going back to God's Word. His promises remind me that my struggles are temporary, but His love is eternal. So in Jeremiah 29:11, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and future." In Psalm 34:17, the righteous cry out, and the Lord hears them. He delivers them from all their troubles. These verses are proof that God hasn't forgotten you. His plans are still unfolding, even when you can't see the full picture yet. Third is shift your focus from problems to the promise. When we focus only on our problems, we start to feel overwhelmed. But when we shift our focus to God, we remember that nothing is impossible for Him. Instead of asking, "Why is this happening?" start asking, "God, what are you teaching me through this?" Faith doesn't mean ignoring reality. It means trusting that there is a greater reality beyond what we see. It's choosing to believe that even in the struggle, God is preparing us for something greater. Fourth is surround yourself with faithful people. So we're not meant to go through hard times alone. When you feel weak, lean on to those who can pray for you, encourage you, and remind you of God's goodness. Ecclesiastes 4:9-10 says, "Two are better than one. If either of them falls, one can help the other up." So having a strong support system and having a faith-filled friends and family can help keep your hope alive when you feel like giving up. Fifth is keep praying. Even when you don't have the words, there have been times when I didn't even know what to pray. All I could say was, "God help me." But even in those simple prayers, He listens. And Romans 8:26 reminds us, "The Spirit help us in our weakness. We do not know what we ought to pray for, but the Spirit Himself intercedes for us through word." So even when you don't have the strength to pray, God hears the cries of our hearts. So if you're going through difficult seasons right now, I want you to hold to this truth. God is not finished with you yet. The pain you feel today is not the end of your story. His promises are still true. His love is still with you. And even in the waiting, even in the struggle, He is working all things for your good. Keep believing, my dear friends. Keep trusting. Keep hoping, because God, who has carried you this far, will never let you go.